Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. My name is KK and this is going to be the first of many amazing videos that you'd watch. So today we are going to be learning how to cut our simple basic bodice block directly on our fabric professionally that guarantees us a very perfect and accurate fit. So step 1, your fabric should be on fold. Your fabric should be on fold and the closed side should be facing you. To determine the amount of fabric that you should put on fold, divide the biggest part of your measurement by 4 and add your sewing allowances. Note that you are adding your allowances immediately, okay? So here my bust is the biggest part of my measurement. Sometimes it can be your waist, so it depends, but always make sure that your fabric should be on fold. So I divided my bust by 438 and I added 2.5 inches. For absolute beginners, I recommend 3 inches. So step 2, we are going to come down from the edge of our fabric by 1 inch to give us a straight line. This is the straight line here, and this is going to serve as our starting point and also as our shoulder line. So to start with, here we'll be inputting our vertical measurement, that is our bust point on the bust from this straight line. All right, so the first line I'm going to impute is my shoulder to my bust point. Shoulder to bust point. Shoulder to bust point for me is 11 inches and I'm adding half inch. The purpose of adding this half inch is for balance. By the time we are done joining the shoulders and we are done sewing, your bust point will align with your bust point on your body. This eliminates all those tilting, bending or misalignment. This is me adding the marking the 11.5 inches across my fabric. I'm doing this to guarantee a straight line. Always make sure that your lines are straight. Then number 2, I'm going to come down from my shoulder to my under bust, which is 15 inches. Shoulder to under bust is 15 inches, yes, but I'm going to add half inch again to make it 15.5. This is also for balance. When we are done sewing, the under bust of your dress is going to fall exactly at your under bust. This is going to give room for your bust to breathe and also align your fabric. This is me again rolling across. So now guys, here is the gist, okay? So we want to determine our waistline. For some people, they measure. I do measure, but most times I don't measure because I learned like this and it has been working for me, except I'm drafting on my pattern. Okay, so right now I am determining my true waistline. To do that, come down by either 2.5 or 3 inches from your under bust. Trust me guys, it works. It works. You can take a tape rule right now and measure yourself. Your true waistline, that is the tiniest part of your waist that goes inside, not your stomach, oh, the tiniest part of your waist that goes inside is either 3 inches or 2.5. Yes, for everybody. It's very rare and the highest is 4 inches, okay? So I used 3 for myself and I added half inch to make it 3.5. You know, we've been adding half inch to our vertical measurement for balance and accuracy. So we have shoulder to under bust 11 plus half inch 11.5, shoulder to bust point, 11, and I added half inch 11.5. Shoulder to under bust 15, I added half inch 15.5. Then I came down from my under bust by 3 inches to get my true accurate waistline, and I added half inch also to give me 3.5, and in total I have 19. So when we are done, and you're done sewing, you're done joining the shoulders, everything is going to align where they ought to align, okay? And it works for everybody, guys. It works for everybody. So now we're going to be imputing our shoulder measurement. Our shoulder is 16 divided by 2, we have 8 inches. 16 divided by 2. Also for beginners, note that your shoulders, you have to divide by 2, not by 4, okay? So your shoulder, you divide it by 2 and get 8. Sorry, your shoulder is by 2, guys, and get 8. So to get your armhole, let me give you a formula. I believe you've heard it before. Divide your bust by 6 and add 2 inches. Divide your bust by 6 and add 2 inches. So mine gave me 8, and this is the 8 that I'm marking on my fabric. I'm marking the 8 on my fabric right now. So I'm trying to use my ruler to make it straight and accurate. And this 8 here that we came down by is going to serve as our armhole line. It's going to serve as our armhole line. This is just me trying to align it. Always try. Measure twice, cut once. So you measure twice and you cut once. Once you cut, you can't fix it again. So measure twice and cut once. And this is me trying to bring down the 8 from our shoulder, which is our shoulder divided by 2, to meet the 8 for our armhole that we came down by. So now we're going to be imputing our horizontal measurement, and it's on that armhole line we'll be imputing our bust measurement. So divide your bust by 4. Mine is 38, 9.5, then marking 2.5. I'm just adding 2.5 inches allowance there. So you won't mark anything on your bust point, nothing on your bust point, just come down to your under bust. My under bust is 8. Okay, I'm also adding 2.5 inches allowance to it. Good. Then come down to your waist. My waist is 34, which is divided by 4. I have 8.5, and I'm going to add 2.5 inches allowance. Then I'm going to connect your waist to your under bust and then to your armhole point. Guys, you can use this bodice for your gown, as an attachment for your gown, and you can also cut your gown with this method. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do that, even for your blouse. Yes. So guys, in a situation whereby on your under bust you find out that it goes in too much, just connect from your waistline to your armhole with a straight line like this. Okay, so when you sew, it's going to come back and it's going to fit you when you are done with your final fitting. Some people, they have a big difference between their under bust and their waist. So by the time you do this, it goes in so much. Just align your waistline to your armhole like I've shown you, and everything is going to work out. Okay, so our bodice is coming together, and to get our armhole curve, just draw a C. Okay, a C. No big deal, no stress. Just take a look at how I'm doing it. Just draw a C, okay? Like this. Draw a C from the straight line and connect it. From the straight line and connect it. And there you go. Your armhole is ready. Don't worry, guys. We'll get to the neckline. We are going to get to the neckline. Okay? So our bodice is coming together. It is coming together. So now we are going to input our dart. That is, you use your nipple to nipple to get your dart. Mine is 8 divided by 2 is 4. And also, like we've been doing, we're going to add ½ inch for alignment. By the time you take in that dart, it is going to fall exactly at your nipple point. So I'm marking my 4.5 inches. 4 is the real measurement, half for the sewing allowance. I'm marking it to my bust point, marking it from my waist to my bust point, then I'm connecting with the straight line. So I'm taking half inch on both sides. Okay, I'm taking ½ inch on both sides. But first, to get where you stop your dart for sewing, you come down from your nipple point by 1 inch. Come down from your nipple point by 1 inch. Or method 2, from your under bust, count 3 inches upwards. You see it's going to fall at the same place. So to determine where to stop your first dart, come down from your bust point by 1 inch, or you go up 3 inches from your under bust. So this is me taking half inch on both sides and connecting to that point that we just marked. Okay, either you come down from your bust point by 1 inch, or from your under bust count 3 inches upwards. Yes, for every size, and you see it's going to align, is going to fall at the same place. So now, fashion is give and take. The 1 inch that we imputed for our that is not included in that allowance that we used earlier. So we're going to add it back to avoid shortage. And when you are done adding it, just connect it to your armhole point like this. And for some people, when you connect, you find out that the line is going like it's bent. Don't worry, when you take in your dart, it's going to fall back into place. Okay, our bodies are different, our body shapes are different. Okay, if this straight line is tilting like it's bending outward, don't worry, when you take in your dart, it's going to come back. And when you are finally done sewing, all the curves, all the lines, all the bends, they are going to align back. Okay, so now we're just going to cut. Just take note of how I'm cutting. Just cut. Okay, please note where you are cutting so you don't cut off any allowance. Okay, now our front is ready. Then we are going to be cutting our back. This is the easiest, guys. When you learn this in 10 minutes for any size, you can cut your bodice. Even with your gown, don't worry, I'm going to explain to you. Your front is going to be the template. Your front is going to be the template for your back. You are not measuring anything. The only thing that you're going to add to your back is our zip allowance. So unfold, you are going to put the exact measurements, the exact amount of fabric that you placed on fold for your front, but you are going to add like 2 inches allowance, okay, for zip. Your back is bigger than your front, so the amount of fabric that you placed on fold for your back, the amount of fabric that you placed on fold for your front, when it comes to your back, add 2 inches allowance for your zip extension. Okay, because for the back we need zip, and when you cut out a zip, there's nothing you can do. So this is me marking 1.5 inch for my zip. Just watch how I'm going to place the front. You are going to place your front fabric, that's the folded edge. You are going to place it on that line. That line now is now our center back. That line is now our center back. Okay, that line is our center back. Just align it, make sure it's straight, make sure the top matches the down, and the folded edge of the front, or the folded side of the front, matches with the line. Okay, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. That is your zip allowance, and you're just going to mark out. Look at what I'm doing. I'm marking out my dart. Your dart is going to be the same at the same point. Just mark it out, raise it up so that you can mark it out accurately. This is it. This is it, guys. This is it. This is it. And you are going to cut exactly the same thing, the exact armhole, exact shape, everything. And yes, it is going to work. This is me cutting. It is going to work. It is going to work. Don't worry. You will love the outcome. I can't wait to see your outcome when you're done. Okay, so this is the front and the back. This is the front and the back. Guys, just try and master this. Even if you are into pattern drafting, like professional pattern making, like I do also, just have this knowledge, and you see that your work will be faster and your work will be easier. And yes, when you have the luxury of time to do your pattern drafting on paper and all that good stuff, feel free. But when you need to make something sharper, this method is your go-to, and it's going to come out well. This is me notching my dart. You notch your zip point. notch your dart edges so that you can know them. Just take your time to notch. Take your time to notch. Okay? And this is your back pattern. This is how it looks. So just hold from that middle line, and this is how you are going to sew. This is how you are going to sew. Okay? So to determine where your dart is going to end at the back, to determine where your dart is going to end at the back, two methods again. Is either you go up from your waist, like I'm doing here, go up by 11 inches, okay? 11 inches. Or you come down from your shoulder by 7 inches. Come down from your shoulder by 7 inches, or go up from your waist by either 11 inches, or sometimes you can use 10. That is from your waist up. But you can also come down from your shoulder by 7 inches. Yes, guys, it's going to work. It is going to be perfect. It is going to be okay. It is going to be perfect, and it's going to be okay. So that is how you are going to sew your darts. Okay, that point there will be the tiniest part. That point there will be the tiniest part. So this is our front and our back, guys. This is our front and our back. Everything should align here. I'm just trying to notch my front dart. Also take note of it. So now we want to start with our neckline measurement. So the front is on top of the back. Here I'm just going to use the standard 3x3. So you can use, depending on the style you are making, you can use your desired neckline. So subsequently, we're going to be doing different neckline with this method, and I'm still going to be showing you guys pattern drafting also. Don't worry, stick with me. Both beginners and advanced will get there. So just mark 3 up, 3 sideways, and 3 below. You can see it to get a box. 3 for the width, 3 for the depth. Just for your front, please. 3 for the width, 3 for the depth. And you are just going to make a curve, a simple curve like this. A simple curve like this. And our back measurements, you also know that your back neckline is higher than your front neckline. Your back neckline is higher than your front neckline. So here, just watch, I'm trying to show you to understand, okay, that your neckline can be as easy peasy as anything. Just draw a simple curve. Try. And also, please, by all means, if you have your curve rulers, please use it, okay? If you have your curve rulers, you can use it. So for the back neckline, I'm coming down by 1.5. Always note that your back measurement is higher than your front measurement, so 1.5. And the width of your back should also be where the width of your front stopped, okay? Look at it. Look at what I'm doing. Just raise the front and mark. The width of your back neckline should be the width of your front neckline. Just connect like this. Remember, you come down by 1.5, okay? So that everything will align when you are done. So you know this is your zip allowance. When you fold, you see it, right? Everything matches. Everything is at the right place. The width of your front neckline should also be the width of your back, okay? So this is we will just cut. So you raise your front, please. Don't make that mistake and cut at the same time. Oh. So you raise your front and cut out like this. Good. All right, then your back, you also cut like this. And voila, we are done. Our front and our back piece are ready. Our front and our back piece are ready. Guys, see, just learn this method. Learn this method and quick. Your outfit is ready. Quick. So this is me just opening our back the back is always open. Your back is divided into two. Your back is into two. Okay, only your front is not opened. Your back is open. I'm just re-notching after cutting the neckline. I'm just re-notching that point. So guys, this is it. So just make sure everything aligns and we are good to go. We are good to go. Okay, this is it. And you can use this method for your blouse. You can use it for your gown. That is, if you want to add skirt under this now, this is how you do it. If you want to sew your gown too, this is how you do it. If you want to sew skirt, there's a method I will show you where you cut your front and your back skirt together as in once. Don't worry, I'll show you. I'll show you freehand. So thank you guys. If you watched to this point, thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate you. Thank you. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. See you.